Alright folks, today I'll be showing you how to make a lyric video using Premiere Pro. So the first thing you have to do is to open your Premiere Pro. As for me, I'm using Premiere Pro 2022. You have to create a new project by clicking right here. Then you go ahead and rename your project like so. Then you browse to locate where you are going to save your project. So I'll select this folder here where all my project is going to be saved, and then click OK. Yes, after opening up your Premiere Pro, we are going to make up our sequence, and a shortcut for making a sequence is just clicking Ctrl+N, and then it will open up this window, and you'll click on this digital SLR drop down here, and you'll select 1080p24, and you rename your project according to the song you're going to make your lyric. Then you press OK here. The next thing I'm going to do here is to install my keyboard shortcut for Premiere Pro. Keyboard shortcut, mine is here. I'll copy it. After copying it, I'll come to Documents here, then to Adobe and Premiere Pro. Mine is 2022, so you open it. You open the profile user, then go to When. Here, you'll paste your keyboard shortcut. So click on the Edit tab here and go down to Keyboard Shortcuts, and this drop down menu here, I'll find my keyboard shortcuts. So I'll activate them by clicking on them like so. Then I'll press OK. So the next thing we are going to do is to import our audio on Premiere Pro. So we are going ahead by clicking here on File, Import. Then I'll look for my audio where I saved it. I'll double click it, then it will load on my Premiere Pro like so. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to drag it over my timeline like so.
I've stood on the banks of a wide raging river, trusting that I'd get across. I wade my way through some valleys and deserts, believing I never get lost.
So as I'm listening, I hear them saying about rivers, valleys. So it's kind of nature kind of thing. So I'm going to my favorite website, by the way. I'll open up my browser like so and go to pixel.com. Nature videos maybe. So you can have it playing while you're searching for your music, so you can have the idea.
I've been at the foot of what felt like Mount Everest. I'd have the strength for the climb, 'cause through every trial, each test and temptation, one thing is sure every time. If you ask me why, I have no hesitation. God does what He said He will do. And I'd simply say every battle has taught me there's nothing He won't help me through. So why?
Okay, by the way, you should not waste much of your time here. Yeah, the only thing is to have the idea of the music and what kind of the background music you're going to use. So as for me, I've come to love this background video here, so I'm going ahead and download it. So it's downloading like so. So after the video has finished downloading, I'll go ahead and import downloads. So my video is here, double click it. Then I drag it onto my timeline. Press C on my keyboard for copying. Then I'll hover till the end of this clip. Then I'll press V for pasting. Keep on pressing V, V, V until my background music is filled up with the video. Then I'll drag it to fit onto my music. I come to the beginning of my timeline here, then I start to listen. So the next thing we are going to do here is to start entering our text for the lyrics video. So I'm going to listen where she starts singing, then I'll start inserting my text. I press plus on my keyboard to zoom my timeline like so. Then so it's here. I'll come here and click T for a type tool, then I'll click on my video like so. Then I'll start typing by hearing what she's singing. Write my first line like so, then I'll highlight it, then I'll click on graphics to edit. So I'll start by clicking here, then I click here and here. So the next thing here is to install my fonts. My favorite fonts is Futura Font. So I'm going ahead to install them. So they are here. So my favorites one are Light, double click and install. So because I've already installed it, it's going to ask me if I want to replace it. Then I'll go to Heavy, I double click and install it. You click here to install, and Medium, all those three fonts. I'll come here to text and search for my font. I'll type in Futura. I click here, then on the drop down menu here I'll choose this font style to Heavy. So I right click here and apply default transitions. Okay, then I'll reduce the transition to about here. Okay. A little bit. Add transition here.
Raging river, trusting that I'd get across.
So you can play with it to see how good it looks.
Trusting that I'd get across.
She's going to repeat the very same length of this text here. So what I'll do, I'm going to click here and press C on my keyboard for copying. I'll press V for pasting and make sure this line here where you're going to paste is the only V highlighted. So I'm going to uncheck this V1 here so that if I paste here, it will be on top here. So I'm going ahead to edit these words according to what she's saying along.
I wade my way through some valleys and deserts, believing I never get lost.
So I'll go ahead and copy this again and paste it here.
I've been at the foot of what felt like Mount Everest. I'd have the strength for the climb.
So after finishing the first verse, it's time now to go to the chorus. So this is how I go about it. I'll find the point where it starts.
Oh,
So you have to play with it until you find the exact point. So I'll copy this, copy by pressing C and V to paste. I'm going to label this by right clicking at it and finding the mango color. You can choose any color you like from this.
over and over, again and again, God is faithful. To stand and survive, to come through alive when it sure looked like I couldn't win. Jesus is with me, so I claim the victory over and over again.
So going back to the next verse, I'll also copy from the verses like so. So I click on the verse and press C to copy and press V to paste. So it's going to be like this. So I'll pull it until she starts singing.
If you ask me why,
And I'll go ahead and edit.
if you ask me why, I have no hesitation. God does what He said He will do.
So after finishing your lyrics video, you're going to put a crossfade transition at the end of the video, like so. So the last thing now is to create the thumbnail for our lyrics video. So we come here to the beginning of the song and we'll click on type tool here and click here on the middle. I'll begin to type in caps. So the goal here is to make the thumbnail pop out. To pop out meaning that even user who is using a mobile phone, those small screens, those small devices like cell phones can see clear and read even from a distance. So I'm going ahead and make this one bigger, and click here to align it to the center like so. To make it pop more, you can come down here and add some shadows. If you click here, you can see some shadows are being added. You can change the color of the shadow here by clicking here and pick the color. As for me, I'll click on black. So the shadow is becoming black now. You should not put too much text on your thumbnail. I go ahead and highlight this script and change the font style to medium. Then I'll align it to the center and I'll hover onto this to bring it down just a tad, like so. But I think I should reduce its size a bit. That one looks better. Let's put it 75. Type in 75 and align it to the center like so. Okay, since this thumbnail I'm going to use it on YouTube, I'll have to have its photo, so I'm going to make a screenshot of it by clicking here like so and choose the format to JPEG. Then I'll browse where I want to save thumbnail. Then I'll go ahead and select the folder and press OK. Then I'm going to stretch it to the beginning of the song like so. and it will fade out just after she starts singing here.
I've stood on the banks of a wide raging river.
Okay, after checking my video and I came to realize that everything is good to go, then the last thing I'm going to do here is to put in a YouTube subscribe call in action, because this video I'm going to post it on YouTube. It should have a goal. It should have a goal what you want the people to do after watching this video. If it is to like, if it is subscribe to your channel, and so forth. So I'm going to browse here and look for this subscribe preset here and drop onto my timeline like so. Then I'll go ahead and right click it and set to frame size like so. Then I'll come to effect controls here and choose the scale to something like that. Then under effect controls, I will drag it downward here, somewhere here. Then I'll click on this link to link the graphics and the audio. So I can copy it, Alt key, and dragging it so I can have a copy to another position. Usually I always put 2 or 3 of them on the video. One at the beginning, one at the middle, one at the end of the video. So I can put it this one here. Okay, the other thing I'm going to add here is a name of my channel. I go to graphics, click on text type tool, and I'll type here, and I'll change the font. So I always put it on the left bottom corner, because on the right bottom corner of the video is where the timestamp for YouTube will be placed, so it will be blocking my logo. So I'm going to put it down here. So I'll put it over here and stretch it over the whole video like so, and put the crossfade at the end and at the beginning. Alright folks, after editing our lyrics video, it's time now to export it. So I'm going ahead and clicking on over my timeline. Then I'll click on letter M and it will open up this window for me. Then I'll click on this format and drop down menu here. I'll go ahead and choose H264. This is for MP4. And come here to the output name and rename. Then I select where I'm going to save it. Then I press OK. Lastly, I'm going to click on export. Alright folks, that is it for lyrics video creation on Premiere Pro. By the way, don't forget to subscribe for more videos to come. Cheers!